welcome to Domopalooza. My name is Roxana Boboescu, and I'm the Director of Business Intelligence at Cenegenics. In this session, we're going to discuss how data transparency drove success at Cenegenics and what that meant for us. Cenegenics is a performance health company. We've been around since 1997. We currently have 20 Cenegenics locations in the US and 7 additional locations internationally. We've served over 43,000 clients over the years, and our current staff consists of 116 team members. Our programs work by using cutting-edge diagnostic technology to help our clients achieve their peak cognitive, physical, and metabolic health. In addition to the diagnostics, we leverage extensive lab analysis to review over 90 essential biomarkers. This allows our physicians and performance health team to design a personal nutrition, physical fitness, nutraceutical, and hormone optimization plan. The program's objectives are to improve these biomarkers and drive optimal health. Ultimately, this means increased energy, more restful sleep, improved mental acuity, increased desire, and helping our clients manage their weight. And as you can imagine, we have a lot of data points and KPIs that help us drive our business. In today's session, we're going to cover how to overcome challenges when getting started with Domo, why data sharing is important, how to pivot to a data-driven mindset. We're going to go over our favorite Domo achievements and the impact and value. We signed with Domo in February 2021. We chose Domo because it was the best value for what we were looking for. And at that time, we had no staff trained on how to use Domo. We didn't even have a business intelligence or analytics department. So we created a new department with a single employee, myself, and then about a year later, we grew the team to an additional analyst. We both completed the 5-day instructor-led immersive experience through Domo University, which helped tremendously. It really gave us a sense of navigating the platform, and we felt comfortable building, editing cards, and creating dashboards. We did still need help with ETLs and data flows, and that's where we relied heavily on RXA, our implementation partner, to get us where we needed to be. We've been lucky enough to have the same RXA consultant on our account for the entire time we've had Domo, and he truly knows our instance inside and out. We initially started with weekly meetings with RXA and quickly found that we needed more of their time, and we moved to meeting twice per week to get our projects done. Our executives were super excited about the platform and wanted to see the dashboards live in action as soon as possible. Historically, Cenegenics had minimal sharing of data with its center locations and physician network, and the way it was shared, it was very limited through an Excel document that was a snapshot in time. It was manual and it was time consuming to aggregate the data, and some of the KPIs we couldn't even deliver. It was also limited in the sense that our centers only saw their own performance and couldn't compare their performance against others. So in order to push for better performance, our Senior VP of Client Experience wanted us to be really transparent with the data across the centers and to identify key metrics that are available at their fingertips in real time that can drive their performance. So this is where we started. This is a sample of one of our manual Excel reports, and this is just one tab of 10 painful tabs that this spreadsheet had. And it would basically take me almost a full day to update it. And by the time I presented it to my executive team 2 days later, the data was already outdated. So we knew we could do better, and we knew Domo could get us there. So changing our mindset from siloed information in Excel to real-time data available anywhere, anytime, didn't really happen overnight. We used Salesforce as our CRM, and Salesforce reports and dashboard helped us a little bit, but we couldn't really put together the stories across the different object relationships and KPIs. And the challenge with our data was that we didn't have an easy, transparent, and real-time way to share data with our 20+ locations. Each one of those locations has 1 to 3 physicians, a health coach, and 1 or more patient experience coordinators. Each center operated very independently, and we didn't have a good way to measure and compare performance across. We realized that data sharing will encourage our teams to all row in the same direction, to aim towards achieving the same goal, to encourage collaboration, to generate insights, to optimize processes, find gaps, and to really allow us to celebrate our successes. So going into our first dashboard, the center performance. This was one of our first priorities and first major Domo project was to give our executive team a way they can measure performance in real time by center as well as overall. Additionally, to empower our teams at each center to have a pulse on their metrics and to have a proactive versus reactive approach on their performance optimization. Some of the key features of this dashboard are the filter card at the top that allows us to select a specific center, multiple centers, or a cross-center overview. The top section then has the KPI summary for this month, the previous month, this quarter, and this year. And the lower section then has the detail of those KPIs over time, this year versus last year. Additionally, for some of our KPIs, we also have target values in the boxes here on the right side that show the values where we want to be, our goals. And the way we distributed this dashboard is with the Domo Everywhere Embed feature that allowed us to embed this dashboard into the Salesforce Partner Portal accounts of our physicians, our health coaches, and our patient experience coordinators. By having this available in their Salesforce accounts, it resulted in a seamless experience. Their Salesforce portals where they manage their clients, they have their activity notes, their calendars, and so on. So for us, we knew that if we wanted them to use the data in the dashboard, it had to be easily accessible and it had to be easy to use. This integration allowed them with just a single click on a tab to see their KPIs right there in front of them. There was no need to open another browser or log into another platform. We are lucky to have a very talented in-house Salesforce development team, and they deployed this feature for us into our Salesforce partner portals. This dashboard was the first time our centers, including our physicians, health coaches, and patient experience coordinators, had access to their data in real time on how their center performed. We rely on drill downs heavily. So we have data flows that are constantly loading in Domo and updating the displays. So that allows us to drill into a specific card and review and export a lot of the information that would otherwise take hours to compile from different reports in different systems. For example, if a particular center might have lost 3 clients in a month, we can easily drill down on that loss and instantly see which clients, as well as additional fields related to them, like their start date, their physician, their health coach, what marketing source they came through, and so on. This helps us get to the bottom of the issue and ultimately solve it. And now going into some of our favorite achievements. With center data available, we then took our data a step further by taking our most important KPIs and weighing them based on importance. So for example, our net client growth carries more value than some of the other metrics. So what we did is we then ranked the centers based on that weighted value. We used a ranking system to incentivize performance. For example, last year in Q1, we ran a center-wide competition and offered a 3-day trip to Vegas for the winning center. The prize went to our Puerto Rico center. Additionally, at our general partners meeting, we award a Center of Excellence achievement to the top performing center. The center then gets to display the award in their physical location. These awards and incentives really helped us encourage a data-driven mindset and also make it fun. This is what the magic ETL looks like behind the center ranking, which we sometimes refer to as the arteries of our business. And kudos to our consultant from RXA for building this ETL for us. The ETL view not only allowed us to map out our process flows, it also allowed us to recognize patterns, redundancies, and find potential efficiencies that we can now implement to save us time and to streamline our workflows. This is a quote from our Senior VP of Sales and Client Experience, and I just want to highlight 2 of these sentences. The ease and simplicity of our Domo views has not only enabled a true top-down organizational adoption of the tool, but it has provoked a universal KPI awareness and centrism. I truly believe that Domo has been key in changing our organization from task-oriented to performance-driven, which I couldn't agree more with. I think we've come a really long way in a very short time. So now that we had a good handle on our KPIs and performance across centers, it was time to get a pulse on revenue in real time. This was probably one of my personal favorite Domo projects so far. Our problem was that we would only know our revenue from the previous month about 15 days into the current month. So it was difficult to make decisions on things that had already happened, and just as difficult to gauge the current month since we really didn't know where we were at any given point in time. What we did is that we replicated the processes of accounting and finance to come up with a real-time revenue number in Domo. We took into account the splits that happen on the back end, including the various revenue buckets and the percent splits with our centers. Our CEO can now pull up the Domo mobile app and the Revenue Domo dashboard from anywhere, anytime, and see how we are doing and which revenue buckets are trending well versus which ones are behind. This also allowed us to track our real-time revenue from Domo versus our budget, as well as against finance actuals once those were posted. And what this created was a checks and balances process, meaning that when the Domo number is too far off from the finance actual, or vice versa, we can easily drill down and see which side has a potential error and fix it. And in 2022, we achieved an overall 98.97% accuracy in our real-time revenue number from Domo versus the finance actual number, which makes our Domo number super reliable. A quote from our CEO, Christy Berry, who led us to embrace data and technology for guiding our business and who understands that accurate and real-time data from the Domo platform is essential to making agile business decisions to drive key revenue goals. And now into the results and impact and value and what this all translated for us. Some of our key takeaways of where we are now. So again, by having transparent data, real-time data, we've changed our mindset and we are data and performance driven. We've celebrated successes and awarded top performance. The screenshots shown in this session are just a fraction of our Domo instance. Domo has truly become our dedicated location for centralized data. We are pulling in data from multiple sources like Salesforce, Facebook, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. And we now have dashboards relevant to almost every department. And taking a look at our activity within our instance, we have 91% of our departments using Domo, and we're working on getting the last couple of departments inside the platform within the next quarter. We also know that mornings are the most frequent time to check Domo. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you check Domo, and then you know what's going on and what you need to focus on for the rest of the day. Needless to say that this was a game changer for us. We saw major improvements across 3 of our main KPIs at the end of 2022. Our client count increased by 16%, our revenue increased by 11%, and our program sign-up rate by 10%. And we really couldn't have done this without Domo to measure performance in real time and easily distribute the data across our staff and physicians so that we are all aiming towards the same goal together.